What's up, all my Power Addicts crew? Sometime back I did a video about how to lift this rig right here, doing junkyard parts. Of course, whenever you do a lift kit, you need to replace your U-bolts and your centering bolt, especially the centering bolt on this thing right here, because I use GM leaves to do the lift. Well, there's been some questions asked. Why have you still got your U-bolts? Why have you not cut them off? They're going to drag, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. So, well, if you guys don't know, some of you may not know what I'm talking about, so let's go into the Jeep and check it out. Okay, here's what I'm referring to. On Jeeps, whenever you do the junkyard lift, you guys split your pack apart, and this right here is a GM leaf right here out of a GMC Sonoma. This is a Jeep leaf, this is a Jeep leaf, and that's a Jeep leaf. And I'll put a link down below in the description, details and such, for you guys to check out those videos if you like, so you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So what happens, well, after you split these packs apart, you got to use a centering bolt to, one, pull the pack back together, pull all this stack back together, and plus it also locates the differential to the location of the middle of the springs. Okay. Then after you get that location everything established, then you take your U-bolts, which fastens the axle here to the leaves. Then you put the spring plate, which ties it all together. Okay. Well, whenever I did the lift, I wasn't sure if I was going to switch some more leaves around or not, and so I kind of left them hanging out like this. This is not something you want to do. You know, when you got your new lift in and you're done, you want to cut these off. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to cut these rascals off. Okay, let's see how well this right here works out. I got my camera set up on a block right here so you can guys get a little eyeball as to what's going on. I got my eye protection on. Got me some gloves set up right here. And one thing, as far as the safety is concerned, these wheels right here, they do a great job of cutting. We're using my right angle die grinder here. These wheels do a great job of cutting, but the problem is if you're really got a good cut going, all of a sudden you bind it, these wheels can explode. Protect your hands, people. See, look right there. Now that wasn't from a right angle die grinder, that was actually from my big electric angle grinder. The cutter head exploded. Yeah, that was nice. So, protect them hands, people. Alright, do some cutting. Now, do yourself a favor. Pay attention to your cutter head direction. Spinning this way. This side of the blade is going that way. So if you use the back side of the blade and throw the sparks away from you, it'll help prevent getting, the sparks thrown in your face and any more, eye damage or anything like that. Now, of course you can't see, but I've got my eye protection on. So let's do some cutting. Cut this one first. There's one. These two right here, they're not sticking down too far, so I'm not going to worry too much about those. Cut this one out now so it gives me better access to this one. One to the side. And another one down, another one down, another one bites the dust. And as you can see, once you cut into the centering bolt a little bit, snatch and grab, break it off. Alright, there's the front one. Okay, I got the camera propped up on the rears now for a little bit different angle for you. Get your gloves on. First thing, what I do, if I can reach it, pop the airline on this thing, because it's hard to do that with the gloves on. Eye protection on, put the gloves on. And if you're going to do this for a whole lot of time, ear protection is not a bad idea either. Dang, I need to work on my ear shut. Alright, start cutting. One down. One more. See how it snaps back right there? That's one of those prime examples of where it can actually break that cutter head and sling pieces at you. Hence, use the gloves, eye protections for the sparks, but not only that, when it throws, if this cutter head was to break, it'll throw pieces in your face. Eye protection, hand protection is a must, okay? And one thing too, some people are going to say, hey, those things spin too fast for those cutter heads. Well, yeah, kinda. But what I'm doing is on my control right here on my lever, if I squeeze all the way in, it goes max RPMs. But if you're not squeezing a part of the way, and see where I'm barely pushing it in like that, I'm able to control the speed, therefore control the speed of the cutter head. Well, the safety is always first. Notice something also, this hand right here, okay? Not only am I using it to support my hand here, but the way I've got my wrist positioned here with the gloves, the sparks coming off the back side of the blade here, taking my back side of my hand here, it's blocking the sparks from coming all the way back in my face. So I'm using my hand, one, as support, and two, is blocking the sparks coming off the blade here. Okay? Tips. And another one down, another one down, another one back to dust. Let's get up here and cut the center rope since I can get into it now. I'll find a way to get into it. Do that one. Okay, we can cut this one out. There you go. That's basically what you want to do. You want to cut your U-bolts off flush with the nut here, and I mean, that, as long as it's shorter than all the rest of it, it's not a big deal how much it sticks out of there. So don't worry about getting it flushed in with the blade, because you still see, you know, you got your shock mount here. These nuts are hanging out lower than that right there. So as long as you can cut your notch in above these right here a little bit, break it off, you're good to go. All right. So I'm gonna cut the rest of them. There's no need in me boring you to death watching the rest of them. So you've seen the front, you've seen the rear. Done. U-bolts, centering bolts, cut like they're supposed to be. Now obviously going down the road, it doesn't make a hill of beans worth of difference as to whether they're sticking down or whether they're not. It's when you get out on the trails and you're trying to straddle a rock is when it's gonna make a difference for you. Those U-bolts especially, because they're such a large diameter boat, I mean, it's gonna take such a little bit to gouge up on a rock and unload your back tire, and all of a sudden you're just sitting there and you can't go nowhere. So, you know, if you do a lot of wheeling, you definitely want to cut them off. The reason I hadn't cut them off yet, I think I explained earlier in the video, is simply that I hadn't totally decided whether I was going to leave my leaves alone or not. Well, now that I've driven it for quite a while with the junkyard lift, I'm happy with the ride, performance, everything about it. So yeah, it was time to cut them. So everyone, it's about time for me to head in the house because I'm getting rained on. So if you liked that video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a cool comment down below to help educate people. Whatever, and also don't forget to share these videos on your Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you use. These videos, any and all of my videos, I try to make them as educational as possible. So whenever you share the videos, you're helping spread knowledge to other people to help them. So it's what we all should be doing: spread that knowledge, help people. So thumbs up that video, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, give me something educational, and most of all, everyone out there, have a great day. Peace out. Later, y'all.